Hey everybody, it's me, Dekori. Welcome back to episode 8 of our LP, and I am super pumped for what we got going on today. So, the first thing I'm going to do is just harvest this wheat, because it's time. I just love watching that water flow down and all the little entities go flying. Whee! Anyway, the plan for today, let's see. First I'm going to stand this hopper, because it's just annoying waiting for the hopper to pick everything up. Yeah, let's take some seeds. Okay. Plan for today. I am feeling pretty good about this episode today. I woke up and had a lot of time on my hands because it's my day off. And so I just kind of ran around a little bit, got us a bunch more supplies, and was able to prepare for this episode a lot more than I normally am. So I am thinking we're going to do something over here today. In that area there. In fact, while this water is coming back down, no, I'm not going to be able to get there before the water comes down. Let me just replant this field and I'll show you guys what we're doing. Before we get to work on our project for the day though, it's that time. It's time to see how I died in between episodes. Yep. Let's see, which one is it? Oh, there it is. Teenage Mutant Ninja Creeper. Yeah. So basically, I was I was mining and trying to get us a bunch of cobblestone to turn into stone bricks because between the derp yard and this new project we've got, the cobblestone is surprisingly low. I just don't have enough of it. But I was looking for some of that, and I found another skeleton spawner down in that mine shaft. And as I was trying to clear them out and trying to throw a torch up there, it was kind of in a space above me like this, and so I was trying to jump up and place a torch in there so that they wouldn't kill me. And sure enough, a creeper came up from behind me, completely silent, and blew up. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Creeper. Also, how did this leaf get there? That's a really weird leaf. Huh. Hey, it's sapling. Another thing we're going to do today before we get on our regular project is we are going to expand the boundaries of the derp yard. Because when I built this thing, I severely underestimated the powers of my derpiness. I mean, if you look at this place, you can see the back of the fence right here. This place is really tiny. We've got 8 episodes in, and we only have 7 tombstones, and I'm trying to keep them spaced out a little bit. And look, we're already up against the back half. So this clearly is not good enough. And we're going to make the boundaries quite a bit bigger. We probably won't work on any more of the wall right now, but we're at least going to make the boundaries quite a bit bigger. So as you can see, I've taken the place where the derp yard used to end, and I've gone way further this way. And I've also gone way further back. So this is a quite much more of an expansive area now. Also, we've succeeded in starting an episode without Jeff escaping, which he's around here somewhere. There he is. Look, and he's getting along with people. He's like kind of okay with being nudged up a cliff by this other llama. Good job, Jeff. You're growing. Okay, so now we're going to start working on our harbor gate. And I think what we'll do is, as much as I want this to look like it's coming out of these 2 mountains, I really don't like this nose coming out of the side of this cliff. So I think we're going to get rid of the Easter Island statue right here. And I'm going to take care of this floating island and that thing, because that thing is super annoying. It's just 1 block floating right there. I don't know how the terrain generation does that. But I'm going to try to figure out a way to take care of this island without dying. And get rid of Mr. Easter Island over here. And then it's build time. We've got the nose trimmed off, and I got rid of that island. And I've just put a thing of cobblestone across where the top of this gate's going to be. Mostly just to find out how wide it is. And the design that I came up with is supposed to go across a 28 block gap, roughly. And this is 27. So this is pretty much perfect. because it's going to kind of come out of the hillside. So it actually is going to go a little bit more like 33 or so. So basically how it's going to go is we're going to have big pillars coming out on either side that will kind of follow where the mountain goes. I'm not necessarily worried about making sure that it looks like it's perfect. I don't want just like a gate plopped in, right? I want it to kind of come out of the mountain like we were building it using the support of the cliffside. And then it's kind of got a curved gate up here, and then it'll have a bunch of fence gates and wood, not wood, logs, yeah. Logs coming down in like a fence pattern so that it looks like a big, portcullis kind of gate like you'd have on a castle drawbridge coming down, but on a big scale where like you'd have boats coming in under it. So that's kind of the plan I've got here. So I think the best way to do this is to probably actually make the bridge across the top first, to figure out where I want the top, and then build up to it on the sides. So I'm going to go up there, I'm going to grab some of our supplies, and kind of start building a bridge across this thing. Well, here I've put the very basic outline of the bridge across. On this side you can see it just goes straight into the mountain, and on this side I don't really know what to do because the place where it meets is a little outcropping up here. I might have had an easier time if I had put the bridge kind of down here where it does go into the mountain, but on this side it looked better over here. So we might have to do some terraforming to kind of build up the hill on this side, or do something creative with the edge of the bridge. I don't know. But on this side, I'm liking how that's looking. So the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to have to put the underside of all this and start actually building up the actual archway, which thankfully it's over water, but this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to grab a bunch of scaffolding blocks, and we'll hopefully not die too many times during this process. Well, here you can see the progress that we've got so far. This is way bigger of a project than I thought it was going to be. I totally underestimated on how many resources I needed, especially the stone bricks. I'm so low on the stone bricks, and I have so many more to go. So I'm going to be spending a heck a ton of time just sitting by those furnaces. But you can see it right now. I just put up the first supports. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more here. It's not just going to be this guillotine thing that it is right now. But this is kind of what the gate aspect of it's going to look like, and I'll round this off with an arch. Seeing how tall this is, I think I might need to make this lower. But I don't know how good it'll look lower without getting wider too, and it kind of needs to stay this wide. So I might mess with that. I might try to make one section more of this thing. But I think what we'll do is we'll build the rest of it first, and then if it still looks a little wimpy, then we'll add that in. Don't ask me how the rest of the gate is supposed to hold up into these 3 blocks or so. I'm not making something that tall to make it realistic. That's just not gonna happen. Maybe, it only goes down 3 or 4 blocks, but that's enough for the big boats to not be able to get in without scratching themselves. I don't know. But I'm gonna keep working on this. You can start to see the structure of it though. This is kind of what it's gonna look like. Yeah, I gotta go chop down a ton of spruce wood and make a ton of stone bricks, and we'll keep going. I'm not quite sure how much more progress we're going to make this episode, only because as quick as this is for you guys, obviously this is going to take a while for me in between each thing if I'm making this many bricks. But yeah, for now I'm just going to keep chugging along, and I'm going to chop some trees. Well, here we are. I got a bunch done. I made all these support pillars that are spaced out. The next thing we're going to do actually is put some stuff between them. I'm thinking we might want to add one more layer of this gate thing. From here it looks fine, but when you're down there it looks awfully high up. Although maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. But you see how the bridge is kind of, the supports are going into the mountain. There's a weird part here where they go into the mountain and go back out, and I don't know. But I think when we add the rest of it, you won't be able to tell. yeah, so now what we're going to do is we're going to finish off the supports of it so that it doesn't look like it's on a bunch of little stilts. Let me get down there and we will check out exactly what it is we're going to do with this. That would have been bad. So we're going to kind of have this pattern going all the way up, where we have white with fence posts on either side, bringing it up this way. I think it breaks up the monotony of all the stone brick and the spruce logs, because that's pretty much all this build is so far, except for the gate. The other thing it's going to do is make this thing stick out a little bit from the mountainside, because the mountainside is gray. Stone bricks are the exact same color of gray as the stone is, you know. So I want to put these kind of things interspersed so that we get the brown and the white, and make it a little bit more of a tritoned. How do we say that? I'm gonna say tritoned build instead of a dual toned build. You know what I mean. I'm gonna do this on all of these pillars all the way up and cut you guys back in. This is a lot of cuts this episode, but hopefully we'll get a cool gate out of it. I really want to just power through and get this thing done. So I'll see you guys in a minute. First, let's see if I can make this jump. Ready? Nope. Okay, well. Guys, I don't like it. Ugh. Now that I'm seeing it on a bigger scale than when I planned it in creative, I just don't like all these fences. It's just kind of ugly. And it doesn't really look that great with just the snow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to scrap that. It just looks super busy. Like it's almost dizzying walking by this many fences. Ah. I went and I tried it out in the build that I was testing, and I honestly think that just doing spruce logs or spruce planks up this inside will still give it the depth that I was hoping that it would give it and vary the color a little bit, but I think it actually just looks better this way. Let me do one of these all the way up and I can show you the difference. Yeah, that white's just a little bit too much. I like the white, but I don't like the white without the fences kind of breaking it up. And the fences are kind of hideous. But this is, let's see. Whee! Interesting. Players fall faster than entities do. I'm sure you could use that for some sort of mini game or something. Drop an entity and a player at the same time, and you know, something happens when the entity gets all the way down. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's just gonna look better like this. Obviously, I'm gonna have to clean that up there where you see the cobblestone coming through. Probably have to put something out of block right there, but yeah, it's still gonna be really stripy. But I think it's gonna be a lot less stripy and whatever that is, checkerboard pattern kind of feeling. I think it's gonna be better that way. It's also gonna be cheaper that way, which is nice, except that I already made all these fence posts. I'm gonna need another axe. These are gonna take forever to take down. Oh, rip the next 15 minutes of my life. All right. Pro tip, if you're building underwater and you don't have any sort of water breathing potion, don't mess with your inventory until you go up to the top. Didn't have gills. So I brought the gate down one more layer, and I think that actually looks a lot better. I actually even thought there's kind of a realistic way that this gate could work. It's stopping ships, right? So theoretically, all this would have to do is slide up and down. It wouldn't actually have to retreat into the top like a portcullis. It could just kind of be that this is the gate, and that goes down into the water, and you can't get your boat through when there's a giant thing sticking up out of the water. If I wanted to go absolutely insane with this, I thought it would be kind of kind of really cool to make it using like a slime block moving machine kind of thing uh, to make it actually close. But I don't think it would actually work to open back up again, and that would take way too much work. But I've done all the planks instead of the white thing. I think that looks really good. Let me show you the other side, and we can see how it looks on this side. I honestly think this gate looks bigger, or looks better on the inside than it does on the outside, because you don't have that mountain getting in the way. But this is kind of what that's looking like. Now there's other details I'm going to put into this. Obviously you've got these planks, or these logs that are just kind of, I've been doing that all day. You got these logs that are kind of just stopping right there in the middle. I also want to round out this part where the gate comes through. And then there's some details I want to do up top. So this isn't a full build yet, but I definitely think we've worked on this enough for one episode. This is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I'm loving this thing. It's going to look so good when it's finished. And then we're going to have to make this bay and do all this kind of stuff. There's still this little pirate entrance over here where you can sneak through. And every once in a while, mobs like to spawn down there. But I'm going to check the length of this video and see what else we can do. But that's going to be it for this project for today. I think next episode we'll probably come back and finish it. Well, I just watched it back to watch the progress that we were making with this. And, I mean, you guys know this at this point already, and I kind of assumed that this would be the case, but the progress updates are strong with this one. Yeah, this whole episode has basically been progress updates, which, that's fun. But I'm going to do something a little bit different now. I don't know where I'll put this thing eventually, but for now we're just going to put it here. We are going to go on an adventure. I need more blocks. I'm doing the cheap version of the Nether Portal where it doesn't have the corners. Looks pretty junk, but I am still poor and I don't want to spend my time mining obsidian. Okay, this is the first time that we've actually gotten the Nether on this LP map. It actually kind of looks cool. If I put it center and build something up around it, that might be a nice little place for it. But we're just going to go into the Nether, and with the last couple minutes of this episode, we'll go exploring and check out what our Nether hub is going to be situated in, because this is going to be where we spawn in the Nether. We need to go deeper. This might take a while. Okay. Well, I mean, we kind of spawned into a big room. That could be convenient. Wow. My frames are just dying while it's trying to figure out where I am. What are we down to? Feels worse than it is. What's going on in the Nether, guys? I hear a ghast. That's always terrifying. We have any visible... Oh! Visible Nether Fortress. Heck yes. I don't know how on earth I'm going to get to it, but it's there. Yay. Actually, part of the reason why I wanted to come to the Nether was our build is actually going to use a tiny little bit of netherrack. I'm going to put fires on the top of the bridge, which I'm really excited about. I think it looks really good. It's going to be like a kind of signal fire, kind of, you know, light the beacons sort of thing. And I think it looks really good when it's finished. But obviously, I needed netherrack because otherwise the fires would go out. And I want these fires to be there all the time, forever. Okay, I finally made it in. And I actually had to go back to the overworld because iron pickaxes surprisingly don't last for that long. I'm realizing more and more how quickly iron tools break. I haven't started a new world like this in quite a while, and so all these kind of things are surprising me again. I'm used to having all my stuff, you know. Let's see what's going on here. So far, this looks like a pretty boring Nether fortress. The thing is, I'm kind of okay with that Because if I run into, and I don't want to say it, if I run into a wither skeleton or something, I think I'm practically dead. I don't really know why I'm lighting this up either. Not really like it's going to make that much of a difference. Yeah, this has been a surprisingly boring nether fortress. I've explored tons of it, and this is the first chest I've seen. Gold. I think we have a saddle, but I'm totally cool with having another one. That's actually not a bad drop. I still haven't seen a wither skeleton. I've fought some blazes, but nothing of the wither skeleton-y variety. Here's our first wither skeleton. Oh no. Stay away. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I guess as long as I don't let them get up close to me, they should be fine. But yeah, I've explored, I think, this whole thing except this hallway now. It was just that one chest. We braved all this, and all we got with this was a saddle. Unless this keeps going. Nope. Well, that was fun. Oh, man. Well, I think that's all the time we got for today. Me and this pig man are going to say goodbye to you. Hey, face the camera, man. There we go. It's been a pleasure. I've had a lot of fun. And next episode we'll probably finish that bridge. Where are you going? Come on, dude. We'll finish that bridge and get to work on some other things that I've got planned. I want to start doing more than one thing per episode, and just kind of work a little bit on multiple projects rather than doing an entire project and doing nothing but progress updates on one thing. So we're gonna fix that, and I'm excited. It should be more fun. But yeah, until next time, I've had a blast. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to rate and comment and subscribe. And God bless you guys. Have a great day. All right. See ya. Well, hello, second chest. Oh, more gold. Gold horse armor, though. Snazzy.